Okay, so today I'm making a video about mental illness. My name is Danielle Handrahan, and I just really want to share my viewpoint on this. Um, I don't know about you, but I have a ton of people in my life who struggle with this. It can manifest in so many ways. It can manifest in needing to have a strict daily schedule. Um, it can lead to obsessive compulsive disorder. As a result, it can lead to problems in relationships. It can mean that there's certain things you have to do in your day that are really important that another person might not understand why it's so important that you do that. And I see a lot of the time in my friends that they might not understand that a reason why I'm doing a specific something, maybe I like, because for me, as long as I have my schedule down and I have my anxieties out of the way, then it keeps my demons at bay. So if I always make sure I have healthy food in the fridge, or I make sure my laundry's always done, or things like that, it just really helps in the day to day. Because for people who suffer from anxiety, it can all build up really quickly, and you can be immobilized um, by simple things, very simple things. So I wanted to talk about that today. There's recently a really wonderful video done by Vanessa Chu. I went to high school with her, and I just really resonated with what she spoke about, because we're all fighting battles that you can't see. You can't see. And it's hard. It's really hard, because I think there is, like she said, quite a stigma attached to mental illness. And it does show in little jokes and jabs and things. But if you're always considering that there's a struggle underneath with every human being, if each person that you're speaking with, you're aware of that, you're aware that they're going through their own trials, and you treat each person with that kind of empathy, then I think our world would be a much better place. Of course, that's a little bit too idealistic, but anyways, getting back to being respectful, I think it's important to be respectful that you don't know who's dealing with these kind of issues. You have no idea. And maybe they don't feel comfortable speaking about it. Maybe the person who called in sick for work, maybe they're having a legit anxiety attack. Maybe your friend who's never in class, or maybe it's someone that is so good at hiding it that you wouldn't even have any idea, and those are the people who are struggling the most. Because if at least you can show your pain, then at least it can be dealt with. It's on the surface for people to see it. Oftentimes those people I'm not saying that they have an easier time, but I'm saying that people do sometimes reach out to those people more than those who've learned to hide it their whole life, and that is toxic. And I think we sometimes teach our children to do that, to pretend everything's okay. So I just wanted to talk about this because, it's close to home for me. It's very close to home. And I just wanted to speak about, one thing I want to say is, be aware that your friend who maybe they can't hang out today, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you have a friend who needs to do something and you're telling them, like, oh, it's not a big deal, like, why don't you come out to the bar with us, why don't you, no, maybe that person is like holding on by a thread to their routine, because a routine is really important for people who suffer from anxiety. So just be aware of that. Like, routine, for some people, I know that it can lead to bad routines, and it's important to try and pull your friend out of it and let them have fun. But also be respectful that maybe there's a reason why. It doesn't mean you're boring. Like, it doesn't mean you're a hermit. It just means that sometimes, you'd rather sit down with a nice meal and a book. Maybe that's relaxing. Because for people who suffer from anxiety, and I'm talking about this because I suffer from anxiety, okay? I suffer from anxiety, major. But one thing that helps me is to just keep myself at peace in all the ways that I've learned how. And be respectful of each person that you meet, because maybe the things that they're doing every day are the things that are keeping them in control of their life. You know, maybe you don't suffer from anxiety. Maybe these things aren't that your daily schedule isn't as important to you, but just be aware of that. Your friend who can't hang out or whatever, like, be aware that there's more than under the surface. But anyways, also for those who suffer from bipolar disorder, it can show in a way that literally, when you're bipolar, you can mess up your life in about 5 minutes. You can ruin your life in about 5 minutes. Like, it's quite easy to, when you're in a high, you're unaware of the consequences that are going to manifest when you come down. You don't know. You're not in that. That your mind frame is way up there. And then when you're in a low, you forget what it feels like to even feel mediocre. So you really have to be aware with friends of yours. Maybe they seem really irresponsible. Maybe they're really, sit down with them if you're seeing someone going through manic highs and lows, and let them know that you're there for them and you care about them. Don't lecture them. Don't be an asshole, but maybe urge them to seek help. And that can manifest in a lot of different ways. You can tell them to maybe, I don't know, don't tell them to do anything, sorry, but you could, ask them if they want to go do yoga, or ask them if they want to go grab a coffee. I don't know, just simple things, really simple things. Reach out in a way that's simple and won't cause the person any anxiety. Because if, sometimes big plans or things like that, someone with anxiety might overwhelm them, make them like have a little breakdown, might make them decide not to go anywhere. So I don't know. I wanted to talk about this because lately I've been seeing, I've been seeing a lot of stuff, and especially judgment also for people. Okay, one thing also, someone said to me, I'm not gonna say who, because that'd be dumb, but someone was making fun of someone for what they're posting on Facebook about they were reaching out for help, and that just killed me. That killed me. The reason why that really killed me is because if someone's, like, it's gonna make me cry. If someone's reaching out for help and you choose to make fun of them for that, like, that's really fucked up. That's really fucked up. And that person, that they could be like reaching their absolute bender, like they could be about to break. Like, you don't know. And it's just, if you see someone who's having a hard time, reach out in a simple way. Don't make fun, and be conscientious. I know it's conscientious. I know it's easier to laugh at someone when they suffer from mental illness, but I just, like, it's so close to home for me. Just please stop making fun of people who suffer from bipolar disorder. Please stop making fun of people who suffer from social anxiety, who are awkward, who, I fucking love all those people. They're my fucking favorite people. The reason why is because I have those issues as well. So, if you have a friend who doesn't leave the house for a month, fucking accept them for who they are. Ask them if they want to go for a coffee, or it's just something simple, just you and them. It doesn't have to be some big thing. Reach out in a simple way. I don't know what the point of this video is. I just wanted to touch on this because, I don't know, man, it's just so in my heart. So that's all I got to say about that. I don't really have anything else to say. Okay, I don't know. See ya.